Hi everyone, welcome back to Financial Talk Tuesday with your go-to personal and business finance coach. Notice that I didn't say tip, I said talk because last week I mentioned to you all that going forward that I'm actually going to be sharing more of a comprehensive topics on personal finance in order to give you that knowledge that you need to be able to make informed decisions. So, for today, I'm actually going to be talking about avoiding distractions and indecisions when it comes to understanding and owning your personal finance. So, let me give you a quick backstory as to why I've chosen this topic. Lately I've been getting a lot of feedback from you, some of my followers and clients about how much you want to, get your finances together, but one thing or the other seems to crop up and then you stop. Okay? So let's back up. All these things that are cropping up, one thing or the other, are actually distractions, that then cause you to lose focus and then cause you to form, unhealthy habits that lead to financial procrastination, which can then completely derail your personal finance journey. So, one of the things that I've found out in the course of the work that I do is that, talking about money is actually a taboo in a lot of societies, if not, all societies, as a matter of fact, is that talking about money for whatever reason is not, is a societal taboo. And what this has done is that it has created a lot of distractions, okay? From being a societal taboo, it has created a lot of distractions for a lot of people that, know consciously want to what they want to get done, but for whatever reason are now being handicapped from doing those things they're supposed to do. So let's talk about what some of these distractions are. One is the fear of being judged. A lot of people feel that when they start to talk about money, it doesn't matter if they're doing well or not so well. They want to talk to someone, they want to talk about it more openly. There's this fear of being judged by society, okay? Two is the fact that people don't want to feel embarrassed, for whatever reason. Either they don't want to feel embarrassed because they don't want to be looked at as not knowing what they're doing or maybe even doing something wrong. The funny thing is that what I found out through the course of this work that I do is that a lot of the money situations are quite similar. People actually have very similar experiences, and it's not always so unique. Like a lot of people feel their situation is unique. It's not always so unique. Okay. Another distraction is the lack of knowledge. Okay. Sometimes people want to, get it done on their own, but they lack the knowledge to do it. It's a distraction. And so they end up doing nothing about it. Okay. Another thing that I think is a huge factor nowadays is intimidation. People get intimidated easily, by looking at other people and what they're doing or how well they're doing, that they get distracted from their own personal financial situation. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that sometimes people look at their counterparts, and see how well they're doing and then get distracted, from really addressing their own issues. So one instance may be you look at your colleague at work who's driving a luxury car. You're similarly making the same money and you're probably wondering, what is it that he or she is doing that I'm not doing? You get so caught up, looking and monitoring their lifestyle that you forget about your own. So they look at, the kind of car they're driving. They look at how they dress to work and how they look. They look at the class of flight they travel on and use that as a way to sort of judge themselves. And one of the biggest distractors I feel is Instagram when it comes to like owning your personal finance journey is Instagram. And Instagram we love so much, but Instagram is all visual marketing, in my opinion. It's, a way people showcase their lifestyle that truly, in a lot of cases, has no substance behind it. So what happens is that all of these distractions, can cause you to have unhealthy habits, financial habits, which then lead to financial procrastination. So here are a few facts that you need to know. Okay, as a result of procrastinating financially, what happens is that 70% of people actually end up living paycheck to paycheck. 70% of people live from paycheck to paycheck. 20% of a lot of people's income goes into paying down short-term debt. 20%, that's a lot. 20% goes into paying short-term debt. 90% of people wouldn't be able to retire comfortably. 90% of people, that's a staggering number. You've worked all your life and you find out that you're amongst the 90% that isn't able to retire comfortably because you were procrastinating. And the fourth fact that I want to share with you, I've shared before, and it should not be a surprise to many, is the fact that money problem is actually the leading cause of divorce. Money problem is the leading cause of divorce. 4-1 over everything else, as a matter of fact. So these are staggering numbers, and we know that distractions, can lead to unhealthy financial habits that then lead to financial procrastination. How can you begin to avoid it or make things right for you? Well, first and foremost, I would say you need to sort of get over and forget about the false notion that you have time. You really don't when it comes to managing your money, because the sooner you start to make things right, the better for you in the long run. Okay? So you need to get over that false notion that you have time. You need to make a decision, a conscious decision, and a commitment to want to change your financial situation or make it better, to want to be financially free. So it's a conscious decision and a commitment that you need to make. Then you need to action that decision. And what do I mean by that? It's not just saying it. Saying it and not doing anything is financial procrastination, okay? So you want to action that decision. And how do you do that? You want to start by creating a budget plan of some sort. You want to create a budget plan. You want to write down your goals, your financial goals, because we all have one. We all have goals in life. Okay, so you want to be able to document and write down your financial goals. This is why I would say that, after doing all these things, you need to invite some kind of accountability partner or get with your financial coach in order to start to get that wheel turning, okay? To get that wheel turning and to gain traction, you'll need the help of your financial coach in order to do that. So these are the facts, okay? These are the things that you have to do in order to start setting yourself financially free. One last thing I want to leave you with is this, is that every day you postpone what you should have done, yesterday, life speeds you by. Okay? So with that said, I hope that you take all these things into account as you start to, make the decision to get back on track and be financially free. If you've enjoyed this video, please share with your friends, your coworkers, your colleagues, your neighbors, your family, okay? So that they can also start to get the benefit, okay, of being financially free. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week, all right? And see you next week. Bye now.